Hi guys, Dinner Lady here again. The pie that I did last week, the bacon and egg pie, went down so well. And Betty Eats Food did a review of an M&S pie. That was originally priced at £8.50, even though you could get it in the meal deal for £15. But I got that on Reductee, it was £5.81, I think it was. And it was a very, very nice pie. But I just wanted to see how easy it would be to make a pie and how cheap it would be to make a pie myself. That's maybe just as tasty. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm just going to bring it down and show you what it is that I've got. So I've got some diced beef. That's butcher's beef. I haven't gotten that from the supermarket. Only had 3 little shallots left. So I went and got some onions, some Worcestershire sauce, some tomato puree, a couple of carrots and some celery. And this is going to be a beef and ale pie. And the ale I'm going to use today is Newcastle brown ale.
Bottle of dog.
Couldn't really use anything else, could I? So right, I'm just going to prep this lot up and then I'll be back. Right, so all I want to do is I'm just going to put some pepper on here. I'm not putting any salt on because I find it does draw out the juices. So there'll be plenty of salt going in. Plus we've got stock and I want some nice colour on this. That's why I'm doing it in the pan. You can do it in the Ninja, but I prefer this here in the pan. So I'm just going to do half of them, let them really sear off. Right, while the beef's browning off, I'm just going to brown off the vegetables. Now what I've done is I've done 2 sticks of celery and the onions and the 3 little shallots in there, and I've whizzed it up. You can grate it or leave it whole, it's completely up to you. I just wanted to dissolve it in. So I'm just going to put those in there.
Got the Ninja on saute.
Yeah, on number 5. I would just put it on so it's not really sizzling right now. But with this it's not. Right, so we'll just let that go and I'll go and check back on the beef. Right, that's the first batch all coloured off. Just got a little bit of extra flavour on there by doing that. So I'm just finishing off the rest and then I'll get back to you. So that's all the beef seared off there. So I'm just going to put that to one side. Don't worry, I'm not going to miss out on any of these bits in the bottom of here. I'm going to put some of the good old Newcastle brown ale in there to the glaze.
Lovely.
Go. Right, so we'll go over to the Ninja just while that's just doing its thing and then we'll have a look at what's going on in there. Right, so these are all sauteing up lovely now. So these will just dissolve into the gravy. But what I'm going to do is I want the sweetness of carrots, but I don't want the bits of carrots in there. So these will be fished out at the end, but they'll not go to waste, I promise you that. Right, so I'm just going to get that beef. Pop the beef in there with any resting juices that's in there as well, don't waste them. And I'll just switch from that to a spoon. Right, now it's just putting everything in. I'm going to put a little bit of tomato paste in there. Right, now we've got the brown ale with all the juices from the beef.
Oh yes.
I say guys, don't waste all these little bits there. And I also have some beef stock as well. Some beef stock in there.
I think Missy wants to be in every video, you know.
She does, doesn't she? Right. Now one last thing to go in there. is a little splash of Worcestershire sauce.
Missy, no, you're not going out.
A little bit of salt. Don't forget that were 2 OXO cubes there, so they will be pretty salty. So I will taste at the end. Always add, kind of take it away. And then a bit more pepper. Pepper and beef love each other.
Plenty of pepper, right?
Yeah. Right, so because I need this cooked and cooled before I can put it into the pie, I am going to pressure cook this for about 35 minutes. So we'll just take it off saute. Put a little, oh, I didn't stir that there with the pepper. Not that it will make a lot of difference. Just put that in there. Make sure it's vented. Push that across. Do it for 35 minutes. And that's it. Once it comes up, 35 minutes and then it's done. Right guys, so I'm just about to make the pastry for the pie. I'm going to do a hot water crust pastry. Now a lot of people do get a little bit scared when they hear that, but it's it is one of the easiest pastries you could actually make. So what I have here is I've got 400 grams of plain flour or all-purpose flour. I've got 160 millilitres of hot water. I've got 90 grams of butter and 100 grams of lard. Now normally it's always half fat to flour when you do pastry, however because there's more water in this one you need less fat. So I'm just going to bring you over to the cooker and we'll have a look. Right, so what we do is we just add the water. I always use hot water, it saves having to bring it up to the boil. And put the lard and the butter in there and then let it all melt into the water. There we go. Wash my hands. There we go, and we'll just let that melt. It's starting to melt already. So let's bring you back around a second. So what with the flour, all we do is we add about very level teaspoon of salt. Just quickly mix that up. So as soon as this is done and hot, I'll bring you back. Right, so as you can see, that's just come up to the boil there now. I'm just going to shut that off, put you back round this way, bring in the flour, and then it's just a matter of pouring that in. And bring it together. Looks like it's going to be a right mess at the start, but just keep going. Just keep bringing it in. Be careful when you're doing this, especially when you're pouring it in, because obviously it is hot fat in there as well. Just keep incorporating that. Bring it. There we go. Nearly there. Oh, dropped a bit. Dropping it all over. Right, that's cooler. There. Better. The hands. But this is still really hot, guys, so you know you have got to be careful with it. Now once it's all come up there, I've got some cling film ready, because it's now far too soft and too hot to use straight away. So I do want this to go into the fridge for a couple of hours. So just bring it together. There we go. Just like that. This is the sort of pastry that they use for pork pies. I'm just going to quickly always have to have at least 2 tea towels next to us, because I put one down, forget where I put it. And then just wrap it up. Oh, sorry. Just wrap it up like that. And that's the ninja finished. You see how soft this is? right now, so that will go into the fridge for the next couple of hours. And as the filling's cooling down as well, I'll bring you across and let you have a look at the filling in just 1 second. I'm just going to get this popped in the fridge. Right, so I've just getting the steam out of there, so let's have a little look at this. Yes. Seems very watery at the moment, guys, but I'll be able to thicken that up no problem. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to have a little taste of the gravy. Yeah, that could definitely do with some more salt and pepper. I'm just going to put some salt and pepper in and then I'll bring you back. Right, so I've put some more salt and pepper in and that's lovely. I'm just going to fish these carrots out now. Now they've got all of the flavour of this, so that'll be just like a little munch. I'm just going to turn that up, so I want it to come up to the boil. Right, I think that's all of the carrots. Yeah. So what I've got here is I've got some butter and some flour just mixed together. Now that's what's going to thicken up the pie filling. As soon as it's back up to the boil, I'll bring you back. Right, so I'm just going to plonk a couple of these in. So doing it this way, it enriches the gravy. And as soon as that butter starts to melt, it'll thicken it up. I might not need all of this, I might need some more. I don't really know yet. You can actually hear it getting thicker already.
Looks lovely. You can actually see that getting thicker.
Mm-hmm. Probably do it a bit more, couldn't it? So there's just literally butter and flour. And what I'll do is all of this won't go into the pie filling. That'll be some gravy to go over the top of the pie when we've done it as well.
Yeah, we don't waste things in this house, do we? No. I'll try not to anyway. I suppose that's our age, isn't it?
It's the way we were brought up, isn't it?
Yeah, most definitely. Try not to waste anything.
Right, as you can see, guys, that just needs to bubble away for a few more minutes to get all this butter melted, and then I'll bring you back. Right guys, so I've used all of that butter and flour, and as you can see, it's gone really nice and thick. I've turned it all off. I'm going to leave the lid open because I don't want it to cool down before it goes in the pie. And we've just been munching on these carrots.
Waste not, one not.
So I'll see you later. Hi guys, right, I'm back now. So the filling's all done and cooled. That's looking lovely. Now I have drained off some of the cooking liquor in there, and that's going to be my gravy for later on. I have greased my tin that I'm going to be using, and this has been resting lovely in the fridge. Excuse me. So I'm just going to get everything that I need and then we'll crack on. Right, so I've cut a bit off and I'm going to roll this out for the bottom part of the pie. Now it's been in the fridge for a good couple of hours, so it is going to be a bit hard, but just take your time with it. To be honest, you could take it out of the fridge about 15 minutes before you're going to use it, to be honest. As you can see, it's cracking. But there we go, just keep going. So I'm just going to keep cracking on with this until I get enough round. Right, so I've rolled it out, Just going to roll it over like that. I hope I've got it enough. Oh. And then just drop it in. Just tuck it down. Try not to force it too much. Take a little bit off here. Just make sure it goes into all of the corners. And if you do happen to get a hole in like that, don't worry about it. What you do is take a little bit of the pastry and plug the hole in. There you go. Just keep going all the way around till it's right in there. Right, so I'm just going to tidy this up a little bit and then we'll get the filling in. Right, so it's not perfect, but I've tidied it up a little bit. But I am a home cook, so I'm just going to get all of this filling in. Now this beef did cost me about £4 from the butcher's, and the bottle of brown ale was £1.75, and I got that from Aldi actually, or 79p I think it was. Yeah, got that from Aldi. And then a couple of carrots, 30p, some celery, maybe about the same, a couple of oxos. I'm trying to think what else went into it. Oh, the onions, that was about 20p, so it is coming in under the £8.50. I mean, still an expensive pie, but you know, you're worth it, aren't you? So I've got some more dough here. It's going to be for the lid. It's been out a little while now, so I've still got loads of pastry over there, so if this isn't enough, what I'll do is I'll put this to one side and I'll roll out some more. Right, so I'm just going to keep going on that until it's rolled out enough to fit the top. Right guys, so it's a little bit more difficult to work with this pastry, but I think I have enough on there now. Just to, do you know what I haven't done? I haven't egg washed the sides. What I'll do is just pop that there a second. Right, where are you, little whisk? Ah, there you go, right in front of my face. Just a little tip as well, if you put a little dash of salt in with your eggs, just a little bit, it does help your egg whites go a bit runny, so it's easier. Or you could just do just egg and milk, whatever it is that's easiest for you. And also, just to let you know, I've got my my oven set at 160. Got a few cracks, but hey. Just press them down. Tiny little bit in there. Right, now I've just had a tip, I think it was Snapdragon, because I've got nails, not so much because I've broken that one at the moment, is to use your knuckle. So, here I go guys, this is the first time I've tried this. Maybe I've just got fat knuckles, doesn't seem to work for me. Thank you anyway. I wonder if it's just because it's what I'm used to. I'm just going to go all the way around. I know I've got a hole there, guys. But I'm not going to redo the pastry just because I've got one hole. Now, pick your pie up. That's how I was always taught to do it by my nana. And then just use this knife to go around. All the way. Right, so it's not a perfect pie, but it's my pie. Now the only other tip I could give you as well is egg wash your pastry first before putting your hole in. I'm going to put a little bit of a hole at the foot, on the top of this. But if you egg wash first, if you put your hole in first, your egg wash blocks the hole up. Go all the way around. Then I'm going to let this stand for about 10-15 minutes before putting it in the oven. Right, so I'm just going to pop that over there and clean down a little bit. Right guys, so the last time I did the pie and I mentioned about using what's left for jam tarts, well, I've eventually been remembered while I was out to the shops to get some jam. Didn't have any in the house, so that's why I hadn't done it up to now. The other pastry that I had left over is in the freezer, so I'll probably use that for something. So I'm just going to put a little bit more. And while I've got the oven on, make some jam tarts. Why not? So, just roll it out. See, I should have left that other one a bit longer. Look, this one's so much easier now. It's been out of the fridge for a while to roll out. But what's done is done. And it doesn't really matter what it looks like, it's what it tastes like that makes the difference to me. Right, so we'll just keep rolling these out. Look how much better this is. That's me trying to rush. Right, get on with it. I should take that lid off and put this on, shouldn't I? But then we wouldn't have any jam tarts. Thing is with this, you don't want it too thick. Right, getting there now. do with a different rolling pin, because obviously with these bits here, you go any further than them, that leaves marks in your pastry, which again is not the end of the world. Right, so I think that's probably about as thin as we need to go. And how smooth is that one compared to the other one? Blooming heck. Right, so I'm looking for something big enough because I'm going to use my muffin tray. So I'm just going to cut around this pint glass. Right, so there's 4 for now. I'll roll this back out. And I have my muffin tin here, look. It's just the matter of putting them in, placing them down. Try that again, so it's a bit more even. That's better. Right. Move that across a little bit. There we go. Oh, sorry, knocking these about. Just popping them in there like that. And then what I'll do is I'll roll that out again, and hopefully I might even get another couple out of that. So that'll be 6 jam tarts altogether. Right, so give us a couple of minutes, guys. Right, so I've had a bit of a clean up. So I've got these here. Sorry about the light in here, I need to get the light out. Right, so all you do is, on top of that, plonk your jam. And that is a technical term, by the way. You have to plonk the jam. About a dessert spoon in each. Don't overfill. Don't want them spreading out over the edge. What else I could sometimes do with leftover pastry is cheese straws as well. Just roll it out. Grate some cheese on half. Big bit of fruit there. Sprinkle some cheese, whatever cheese you like. I like Parmesan. And then just fold it over, roll it again so the cheese is in the middle. Cut it into strips and then twist it. That's took nearly half of, in fact more than half of a jar jam. These will only take about 12 minutes, 12-15 minutes in the oven. A little bit more. I know I said not overfill it, but that's just being a bit tight there. Right, so I'm going to get these, and that's the jam that I'm using. I'm just getting it from Home Bargains. It's actually, it's really nice, and I don't know whether you could see, but there's actually big bits of fruit in there. So these will go in, like I say, for about 10-12 minutes. And we'll bring our pie back. So that's gone a bit tacky now, as you can see. So then all I do is, this just gives it a lovely colour. Like I say, I've got the oven on at 160, and this will probably take about 35 to 40 minutes. But we'll check it. Now just get a knife. Cool. A couple of little air holes in there. Like I say, do it after you've egg washed, otherwise that would have been full of egg wash there. I'll get this put in the oven and then we'll come back once the jam tarts are done. Right guys, so what we're going to have with the pie tonight, I've got these new potatoes. I did get them from the greengrocers. So I need to wash those and get them boiled, and we're also having some spring greens with that as well. So what I'll do is I'll just get these all sorted while I'm waiting for the jam tarts and the pie. Right, so I find the best way to clean these, I've just got some cold water in there, brand new scrubber, and just give them a little bit of a scrub. Make sure any little flaky bits of the skins off. These are Cyprus potatoes, I'm not sure whether I've already said that. Just sitting waiting now for the Jersey Royals to come in, and I won't get them from the supermarket, I do prefer to get them from the greengrocers as well. So I'll just crack on cleaning these up. Right, so I've just taken the jam tarts out. I think I've overfilled them because they have actually spilled over. So before that sets on there, I do want to try and get them out. Oop, ow, 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 ow. There we go. It's not a good idea. Just give me 1 second, guys. There. Oh, that one's not ready to come out. So give it a sec. Yeah, I'm not having a lot of luck today, mind, am I? I think I'll just leave them in there for another few minutes and then get them out. Right guys, so I've taken this out the oven. It's been out for about 15 minutes now. It's still red hot, so I'm just going to get it out of the tin. I'll just make sure that that bit's not caught. Alright, because it's not a loose bottom tin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a plate and flip, take that off. It's a little bit there. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back in the oven when Ian comes home from work. So what I'll do is I'll just flip it back over. There we go. Perfect. So I'll get that put back in the oven just to rewarm when Ian comes home from work. He's not due until after 7. And then that'll probably do that tiny little bit of soggy bit at the bottom. Right, so I've got some greens there ready to go. I've got the scrubbed potatoes, oops, and the leftover gravy, and that's for our tea. So the next time you see it is when it'll be all done.
Look at that beauty. Ooh,
yeah, it cracked when I was putting it on the tray.
Yeah,
But hey,
doesn't matter, it all goes down the same way.
Exactly.
Oh yes. Yummy.
Right, when I was putting it on this tray to rewarm it, it's cracked there, but I don't mind that at all. So I'm just gonna...
God, it looks lovely.
Just gonna get a wedge. This will last us a couple of days.
Dinner tomorrow. Look at that, guys. Look at that. OMG.
Right. How many tatties do you want?
Just a couple for me, please. That's all I want.
Some greens.
Yes, please.
Just put a little, just warm them up with a little bit of butter. And the gravy. Where do you want your gravy on the potatoes?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yes, please. Make sure you've got enough for yourself.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Right, well, we'll just plate up mine, and then the next time you see it, we'll be having something to eat.
Look at that. Oh my god. And look at that. Oh my god. Yum, 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 yum. Right, it's tasting time. Best part of the day. Right, so I'm going to get a bit of the beef. What? It's melting in your mouth, that meat. Oh.
Sorry about that, guys.
So now a bit of the pastry. Whoa. Oof. I think I'm having another foodgasm that somebody put. Oh, that meat.
Well, it wasn't that much
look,
cheaper than getting the M&S one the other day.
Look.
But I just wanted to see
How easy that pulls apart, look. Stringy. Oh. I nearly missed my mouth. How did that happen? I mean, come on. Size of it. Oh. That to me is as good, if not better, than that M&S pie. Taste, the meat is more or less exactly the same. The gravy is more or less exactly the same. Except we've seasoned it to our liking. The pastry is lovely. I'm going in for more. Can you hear that crunch? Honestly, guys, you've got to try this. It is absolutely delicious. I'll just try, obviously, a little bit of potato.
I've had a little bit of a mare with it, but I shouldn't try to do this sort of recipe while I'm working.
No, definitely not.
And keep running up and down the stairs to do bits of it.
What?
So I think recipes like this will have to wait until the weekend.
Until the weekend, when you've got all the time in the world to do it and sort it properly.
So
it was all a bit
I was all trying to rush it today, so it was a bit silly. But the beef needed used up, so what else could I do?
Guys, this is every bit as good as it looks.
And we did do that in the pressure cooker, but if you've got, you could do this the day before in a pan. Let it go for 2 or 3 hours.
Look at that meat. It's just falling apart. Oh. Mwah.
Right, well, we're going to get on and eat this then. Thank you very much.
I've got the jam tart review to do after this.
Oh, yes. As soon as we've had my food, you can have a jam tart.
I've got to have a jam tart.
I'll let you have a jam tart.
I like a jam tart.
Okay, you can have a jam tart. Right, guys, we'll see you in a bit.
Bye for now.
Right, jam tart time.
OMG.
When was the last time you had a jam tart?
I honestly can't remember. Probably, Christ, I don't think I've had a jam tart since I've been up here, and I've been up here 22 years now. I've
never made them in all this time. Yeah, you're right.
Probably at some family get together when I was a lot younger. Right, anyway, look at this. Look at that.
Pastry and jam, that's all y'all.
Tasting time.
Oh, pastry's nice and crisp.
Oh. Oh. That is unbelievable. Oh man, that is so good. Just look at that.
I think the next time I make a pie, I might get some lemon curd and do lemon curd for you.
Oh, lemon curd. Oh, lemon curd.
Yeah.
Oh. The pastry is buttery but crispy at the same time. And it tastes absolutely fabulous. The jam's just, oh, love it. Oh.
Right, that's us for tonight,
I don't want
guys.
you to get jealous, guys, but you're going to have to make them, because that is out of this world. Out of this world. Oh, I might have to have another one.
Right, that's us done for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you very soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.